Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very lucky to be here right now with Mitch Gallagher at my very first Sweetwater GearFest in Fort Wayne, Indiana. How you doing today, Mitch?
I am doing great. We're having a blast down. I'm so glad you came out. I'm glad you're here for your first one and get to experience the whole GearFest weekend. It's crazy, isn't it?
Well, thank you very much. I've been hearing about this a long time, and I've been watching your YouTubes, and I got to tell you, you have the best instructional and informative YouTube videos out there. You know, you're an excellent musician, and the way you break it down, and anybody can relate to it, and you take away so much from just a few minutes, and it's very engaging. And
thank you.
It's great that. How long have you been making the YouTubes?
Well, first of all, thank you. You're very kind to say so. I appreciate that. We started doing the first videos here. I did the first ones in 2009. So it's been, I guess we're in our 11th year of doing it, and I personally have done, we were adding it up, somewhere around 2,200 videos for Sweetwater in that time.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a lot of videos.
Yeah. Well, I know it's very time consuming because you got to sit there with your Final Cut or whatever you're doing it with and do the metadata and all that stuff, you know.
Well, you know, fortunately we have a whole team here, and all I have to do is sit in front of the camera and look beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So as long as I'm beautiful, it all works fine. That's right.
Well, you're looking good on there, and you look good in person, and plus you're a very nice guy, and that comes across very well.
Thank you so much.
And, you know, I know that you've been playing for a long time. I think it's really great that you started out playing with your sisters, the Fried Sisters, right?
That was my mom had that band, the Fried Sisters, back.
That's a tremendous name.
That was long before me.
That really caught my attention.
Yeah, they used to do. They did the when the Red Robin comes out in 3-part harmony, and they would go out and sing, and my grandparents would take them around when they were little girls.
Wow.
And
I was laughing so hard because I don't know, I was reading it, and then when I saw you had the Fried Sisters and then a band called Blitz.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it said Blintz. You know?
Which have been good too, right?
Yeah, right.
Totally different kind of music.
Right. It's so beautiful when family plays music together.
Sure.
There's so many dysfunctional families out there.
Right.
And I know bands that are made up of brothers and sisters, and when they play music together, there's nothing better. You know, all families should get along. And so I tell my friends who have any family problems, if you're not getting along, give your brother or sister a
guitar
musical
or a
instrument
keyboard.
and play some music together, and that fixes everything.
There you go. Music brings everybody together. I like it.
Well, this place, Sweetwater, is phenomenal, and this GearFest event has grown to be a major event. I met so many people at my hotel who came in from out of town.
Yeah.
I flew in from San Francisco, and I met people coming in that drove in from Ohio and Michigan and all over the place.
All over the world, we have people come in, and we've had people come from Australia, from India, from different parts of Africa, all over Europe. So in Japan. It's so humbling and so gratifying that people are interested enough, and they'll take their vacation and come out here and spend it checking out gear and going to workshops and meeting all the artists and everything. It's an amazing opportunity. But what's so fun for us putting the show on is that we get to just share that passion for the music, and it's so fun to meet our customers and to engage with them on that kind of a level is just really incredible.
It's tremendous. Well, it's been 40 years since I was in Fort Wayne.
Wow.
And now Sweetwater just had their 40th anniversary. You know?
Yeah, this year,
And it has grown up. Fort Wayne has grown up. And Sweetwater has become such a major part of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Definitely.
You know, the beautiful way that Chuck treats the employees, the way this place was conceived, it really touches a nerve with me, because he started out, going around in that VW van recording bands, and he's a tenor saxophonist, I love tenor saxophone anyway.
Yeah, right.
And so look what it's grown into. It's just unbelievable, and you're really the face of the whole thing. People that look it up on the internet, they're going to get your videos. And folks, if you haven't watched any of Mitch's videos, all I can say is get on your computer right now and look up Mitch Gallagher and Sweetwater Sound. right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and you've been going to all the trade shows too. We see you at the NAMM shows.
Always at the NAMM shows and the AES shows, and we try to hit as many of those as we can. I love to go and see the new products and catch up with friends in the industry, because that's a big part of it, right? I know you know that from the years you've been going as well. That's so much fun just to see everybody in addition to all the products.
That's the main reason I go, just to see my friends, you know.
It's a lot. It's always inspiring too, just to see everybody, just like here. This is so inspiring to me that everybody's just so into the music side of it.
Yeah.
Really, it's great.
Well, you're close friends with the people who really make the instruments. So can you give us a little inside track on something that maybe people haven't heard about yet?
Oh boy, well there is. Actually just did a video, if you check the Sweetwater YouTube page, of all the new products that are being introduced here. You know, this really has become, in addition to for our customers, a lot of manufacturers are introducing new products. So we've got new amplifiers here from Supro. We've got a new amplifier from Hughes & Kettner. We have A&F drums here. We've got new keyboards from Korg. There are basses from the new Dellinger bass from Comparison. Man, the list is there's about 20 new products that are being unveiled right here at GearFest. So lots of new stuff happening.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time to speak with me.
My pleasure.
And we're going to put this out there. We're on late nights, Friday nights, 1:30 in the morning on cable TV in New York, and it streams too, you know. So everybody look up Mitch Gallagher, Sweetwater Sound, and Chuck Surack and the team here. They're doing a fantastic job, and we'll be looking for you in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, that's our next stop, isn't it?
All right.
John, thanks for coming out. We appreciate you being here.
So
it's great
much,
to see you.
Mitch. You're the best.
Right
All
on.
Thank you. Yeah, folks, we're here in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the Sweetwater campus, and I'm very lucky. I just ran into the main man, Chuck Surack, who started this incredible Sweetwater and this event, the GearFest. This is my first time. How are you doing today, Chuck?
I'm doing great, John. Thank you for being here.
Well, it's really a big honor to be here, and your story really hits home with me. You know, the way you started out going around recording with your van, and you're a musician, a tenor saxophonist, and still playing, right?
I do still play. In fact, we're playing this evening with a rhythm and blues band, and yeah, it's been a long ride, 40-year ride, and just having a great time.
Wow, that's beautiful. Well, I've heard so much good things about the way you treat your employees, and I got to tell you, I sent in an email, and within the hour, I got a personal phone call back, and your staff are really on top of things. And this event, so how did you get the idea to do the GearFest?
Sure. Well, most of our customers are all around the country, all around the world, and they don't get a chance to come to Fort Wayne and come see our campus. And we do have a beautiful campus, and we wanted people to have that chance. So 18 years ago, we started our very first GearFest, and it's continued to grow and grow and grow. And this year we'll have probably 17 or 18,000 people here in Fort Wayne.
It's really beautiful. It's 40 years since I've been back to Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne has really grown up here, you know. So, and this is such a big part of Fort Wayne now. Everybody knows Sweetwater. And can you just tell me real quick, right in back of us is all this gear that you started the business with. I see a lot of classic gear, keyboards, and there's the actual van that you went around with.
It is not the actual van, but all the other gear is the original gear that I've owned over the last 40 years or so, and it's how I started the company. My original VW bus went to a junkyard over in Ohio, so this is really a facsimile of the original one.
Well, it looks beautiful, and I'm sure that the original one served you well. So do you go to Frankfurt to the Musikmesse as well? Sometimes?
You know, I don't go to Frankfurt. I go to the NAMM show here in the United States, of course, but pretty busy, so I try and stay in the United States.
Right on. Well, I just did my 33rd Musikmesse.
Wow.
And I met Leo Fender the second time I was there with Dale Hyatt.
Sure.
And Leo's wife Phyllis was with him, and that was really a big, great thing. And Les Paul, of course, was a good friend of mine too. And Joe Lamond is really doing a fantastic job with the NAMM show. So I know you're going to say howdy to him. Are you going to come to Nashville for the Summer NAMM?
I'm definitely coming to Summer NAMM. Never miss it. And yeah, Joe's a good friend, and I actually serve on the NAMM Foundation board, and I used to be on the NAMM Big Board. So I have a lot of respect for what Joe and his team are doing for the NAMM organization.
He's the right man for the job, no doubt about it. Yeah, and he's a great musician too. You know,
he is.
And we got to play with him over in Frankfurt. You know, Well, thanks a lot for the time, Chuck. I know there's a zillion people that you want to talk to, and they want to talk to you. So keep doing this great thing, and I'll see you in Nashville, and I hope to come back to Fort Wayne again real soon. Thank you from the Sweetwater campus with Chuck Surack. Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks, John. Thanks for being here.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here in a top secret room at the NAMM convention in Anaheim, California with a very special guy, good friend of mine for a long time now. We're here with Scott May from Hammond Suzuki USA. How you doing, Scott? This is a big day for you. Man.
Yeah, it's just really great. Good. Thanks, John. John's a dear old friend of mine, of Hammond, a great player, a great human being, and as they say in Polish, a real mensch.
Well, thanks a lot, Scott. You know, I'm just a humble organ grinder, accordion squeezer, but you not only do that, you're an excellent vocalist and a mover and shaker, man. You put so many beautiful things together, different people, different music. You're a composer too, and you've been involved with the Hammond organ for a long time, and you're keeping the legacy going into the future. And I got to thank you for all the support and the beautiful things that they're doing in Hamamatsu. The new organs are amazing because they sound like the real deal. They are the real deal.
Yeah.
They went into so much research and development, and it's up to you to get the word out there, you know. So, man, do you ever get any sleep?
Yeah, I get plenty of sleep. But as the artist liaison for Hammond USA, we got over 350 artists, and I mean in every walk of music. And I mean, how about what you do? Go all over the world and play, and everybody knows you and everybody loves you.
Thanks.
And that's I mean, when people, I've always made it a point that when people talk behind people's back and say good things, then I always snitch. And everybody says the same thing. Man, Jon Hammond's really a great player. They love the way you play.
Well, thank you very much. I've been very blessed to play with the musicians who have played together with me, and you know, I got really lucky. I got on TV, cable TV, back in 1984, February 2nd. We went on the air. We're still on at the same time in New York.
That's
and
great.
This is my 33rd NAMM show.
Ha!
Yeah. And Frankfurt is going to be my 33rd Frankfurt show. So we'd like to get you over to Germany sometime.
I'd love
But
to
you've
go.
been traveling. You went on the blues. Did you just do the blues cruise, or are you going to do it again?
I'm the organist for the Ides of March.
Yeah.
Great band. We had a great hit in 1970. And last year we did the Moody Blues Cruise. And this year in March we do the Flower Power Cruise.
Oh, cool.
But what's really cool on
Didn't
those
you meet my good friend Donnie Baldwin, the great drummer from Jefferson Starship?
Oh yeah, he was tremendous. But the Moody Blues Cruise this year, I'm sorry I'm not going on it because there's all kinds of Hammond brothers. Mark Stein from Vanilla Fudge, Tony Patler with the Dave Mason Group, Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues is going to be there, and playing keyboards with him will be Alan Hewitt. Let's see. Rod Argent from the Zombies.
Fantastic.
So tons of Hammond brothers are going to be on the Moody Blues Cruise. Actually, it's called On the Blue this year because the Moody Blues are not playing. But I'll be on the Flower Power Cruise with Donnie Baldwin, and it'll be fun.
That's beautiful. Well, we can't do this without mentioning the late great good friend of ours, Greg Granowski. We lost him, but he's still here in spirit. He did so much in such a short time, and then you put this incredible tribute concert together. I was very honored to have a spot on that, and you put everybody was more than willing to come out to the Land of Lincoln and in St. Charles, and that beautiful theater, and his family was there, and that was just a beautiful night.
And we raised a lot of money for the family too. 5 Hammonds across the front of the stage, and we had every kind of music. We had jazz, we had blues, we had rock, we had gospel. Reverend Jimmy Smith did a homegrown. Oh, Dr. Lonnie Smith. Jimmy Albertson, Anthony Williams.
And Kim, the gospel player, what's her last name?
Reverend Jimmy Smith.
No, Kim. What was that in?
No. Kim
that was
Tibbs.
In Nashville. That was in Nashville.
Kim
she's
Tibbs.
great.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
She's tearing it up in the United Kingdom.
Well, you put a great. That was the last thing we did with Greg was in Nashville. That night was a beautiful night too.
Yeah. With Felix Cavalieri from the Rascals and Hawk Walensky. I mean, it's the Hammond family.
Mark Stein is unbelievable too.
Oh my God, Mark Stein from the Fudge. He's more powerful than he's ever been. You know.
Wow. And then I saw the advertisements go up in Times Square. You're the XK5. You know, folks, if you're out there looking for a B3, forget about it, because they're all old and there's something wrong with every one of them. You know, these organs, they're reliable. They come with a factory warranty. They got the sound and the feel, and if you want to get one, this is the man to talk to.
Well, HammondOrgansCO.com. Maybe you can flash that on the bottom of the screen.
Right.
HammondOrgansCO.com, and put your zip code in there. It'll tell you that's a dealer close by, and or you can, any of the great big online dealers. And
the Leslie speakers, people used to hot rod them. They're already hot rodded out of the box now. They got how many watts? 300 watts
the big one's
solid
300
state.
watts.
Yeah.
And at the show here, we just premiered a prototype 142 replica.
Wow.
You got to see it. It's stupendous. So we're working on it.
And not only that, Daisuke Koei, he's working together with the engineers, and this guy is really a fantastic, real organ player. He plays in the real fine tradition of Hammond organists, and he made sure that the new organ products have the look and the feel and the sound of the old organs. So, you're driving a great car here, man.
And they also make sure it has all the imperfections that give a Hammond organ its character.
You got the leakage and everything, right? Yeah, they got it down. You really can't believe it. I can't say enough good things about it. Changed my life for the better. Because I have a 1959 B3 at home, but folks, it doesn't fit in the taxi cab.
Well, you got to see our new Portabee, which is the full size, like an old chop job, and I say it's the king size portable for when our you just don't. It's when our stuff is too portable.
Right.
We got a full size, big box, wooden box. You got to check out.
There's a Portabee on the road with tower power right now. Right?
300 pounds.
Yeah.
No, not the portable B3, our new one.
What have they got?
They got a new thing called the Portabee. It's out in the floor.
Oh, I saw the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So,
all right, Scott. Well, I know you're busy. We're in the little back room here because everybody's playing nuts out there.
Jamming out there under we wouldn't, you wouldn't hear them.
And we're gonna come down here this morning, tomorrow morning, as soon as they open the doors and play a little bit.
10 o'clock, we'll rock and roll.
Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot, Scott May. Everybody, look him up. Scott May, just like the month of May, and the Ides of March.
IdesofMarch.com.
Right.
And ScottMayMusic.com.
Right on. All right.
Thanks, John.
Oh, wait. Congratulations on your Believe in Music Award. This is really huge. There it is right now. He just received it this morning. It's a very elite group, and I was very honored to get one myself, and Joe Lamont handed it to himself, right?
It was great. It was with Joe and Dane Dell, and being with Don Lewis, and Dr. John Chowning, and Leo Nocentelli from the Meters.
Yeah, that's great. You got this recognition, and look up Scott's NAMM oral history, and he'll talk more about this stuff, So,
there you go.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
All right. Arigato gozaimasu. Yeah, it's good to be back in Tokyo. Wow. How about it for Koei Tanaka, everybody? He's my favorite harmonica player. And he's also a good friend from Stevie Wonder, you know? Stevie loves Koei and we love Koei, you know? And we love Stevie too, you know? Yeah, and in the string section, give it up for my good friend for a long time, Joe Berger, the Burgermeister. All right.
Bernard Purdie, everybody. Yeah, thank you, Bernard. Folks, if you didn't know it, you know the Purdie Shuffle. He's the man that invented it. You just heard it live on the bandstand here. Thanks a lot for coming and playing.